good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I do hope you're doing well. Today it's still very chilly. I say still because we're basically entering into winter period, so there's that. But I thought I'd just do a general read on all of you, all about your mind, body and soul. Your mind, body and soul. It's going to be a picker oracle card. That's what Spirit wants today. It's going to be a picker oracle card, and it's the Shaman's Dream. So let's have a look and see. Shaman's Dream. Okay, so let's have a look and see mind, body and soul for pile 1, which would be pile 1's mind, body and soul. Thank you so much for your messages, your private bookings as well. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, it's really lovely connecting with you on a one-to-one. And thank you so much for those who are trusting in me, trusting in Spirit, the messages that come through, and for taking advantage of that lovely discount as well. So I really appreciate you so much, and love you all. So this is going to be pile 1. This one's going to be pile 2, which we'll see in a minute. And this one's going to be pile 3. Okie dokie, so mind, body and soul for pile 1. If you're wanting to choose this card, you may resonate with Wales, or the even country Wales. In Spanish it's called Gales, or in Italian it's called Gales, or Latin is Gaul, so G-A-U-L. But yeah, Wales or Wales song or singing, the colour blue. Number 61 or 6 and 1 could be fun numbers for you that you really like, or your favourite lucky numbers. 61 rounds down to a 7. So pile 1, for those of you who are going to choose this card, this could be all about music or psychic abilities. Okay, so that's pile 1. Pile 2, mind, body and soul. Let's have a look. Pile 2, we've got 33. We have a happy jolly cat with a violin, and it says joyful muse. Joyful muse. We have inspiration here, and it's a cat that's painting. I feel like this, to be honest, I feel like this is going to be my pile, isn't it? Because I'm a painter. Pile 2, 33 could be your lucky number. It's a master number. 3 could be your life path number. You might really love cats. 33 is a 6, rounding down. Yeah, so there's that. You could also resonate with the colour green and pink, and paintbrushes and violins. So if you're choosing this pile, you could be an artist, a creative, or very mysterious. All right, so that's pile 2. Pile 3, mind, body and soul. We have the wall, and we have obstacles. The number is 56. 5 and 6 could be your lucky numbers. 5 and 6 is a number 11. 11 is also a master number, which would be a number 2. 1 and 1 is 2. So this could be your card all about architecture, buildings or cities, or this could be about you reaching a wall right now and you needing some further guidance. Mind, body and soul. Indigo or even black or really dark colours are colours that you usually tend to wear. But we do have a light here, so there is hope for a lot of you. So yeah, that could be your pile number 3. And yeah, I feel like this, for some of you, this could also be a creative block, or some sort of, again, I feel like some of you are needing or wanting help but don't know how to ask for help. So that would be you for pile 3 if you're choosing this card. So these are the piles. We have Whale Song, number 61, and the word resonating. For pile 2, we have Joyful Muse, the number 33, and the word inspiration. For pile 3, we have the wall, number 56, and the word obstacles. So these are your piles. For those of you who may need to take some time to meditate over your pile in order to choose which one resonates for you the most, you can pause the video and do that now. Or you can go ahead to the timestamps pinned down below, in the comments, to go directly to your pile. We're going to be starting with pile 1. Pile 1, so welcome to your reading. So for those of you who have chosen whale song and the word resonating, let's have a look and see all about what that means to you, your mind, body and soul. So let's start with the mind with the Psychic Tarot. Pile 1, please. Pile 1, mind, body and soul. 3 cards for pile 1. Three cards for pile 1. Three cards for pile 1. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's reveal these cards. We have Sacral Chakra, Triumph, Patience, and Planning. So this is the message for pile 1. We have 2 number 7s here. So we got 2 7s, which for me is very significant because we have a number 7 here. 61 is a 7, as we mentioned in the intro. So we've got 7, 7, 7. So if this message resonates for you, put down 777 in the comment section down below. 777 is a very, very lucky number. It's 777 and it's usually winning the jackpot, particularly if you're in the casino, if you like betting. But I feel like this is a very positive energy. Your mind is focused and clear to win at all costs, to win at all costs. We have the Triumph card, which does talk about triumph and success and victory. It would be the 7, well, I see it as kind of like the 6 of Wands in the tarot, but this is the Chariot card. So the Chariot is very focused, laser, and is very diligent and just headstrong and going for what they want, going for their desires. This typically would show up in a reading for a leader, a politician, someone who is very front-facing, a public figure, someone who considers themselves the main light or the one true leader or the leader that can help raise the vibration or the mind for others. Okay, so this is someone who leads by example. So your leadership abilities is really front facing, or your main focus for you, pile 1. I do see, for those of you who have had some sort of blockage in your stomach area, your sacral chakra would talk about that, where you, and your sacral chakra also talks about sensuality and sexuality. So I feel like for those of you who've had any blockages in your sacral chakra, we haven't really gone to the body yet, but we'll have a look in a minute, clarifying this. You've released some sort of blockage related to your passions, related to your sensuality. Now, the sacral chakra comes up a lot for creatives, so the color orange could be significant. We have a lot of orange here and the balance of blue. I'll just mention here, just before we go into it further, that orange would then turn to red, which would be the root chakra or the base chakra, which is the Mula Bandha, and the orange to red would signify fire, right? So fire, which is red, and blue, which is blue, would signify water. When you combine the fire and water, that is called alchemy. It's actually the most important 2 elements, fire and water, to alchemize base metal into gold, along of course with ether. So you would get the triangle effect. So you could be doing some meditations with your hands that involve triangles. I'm not talking about the Illuminati, by the way. But yeah, triangles for stability. So if you're wanting to turn, you know, a creative project, and this is maybe what your focus on is at the moment, a creative project into something that is gold, something that has a lot of, you know, beauty and holds a lot of wealth and riches, and could be a viable asset as well, then this would indicate that. that there's an opportunity in your mind space right now, even in your manifestation abilities right now, but because you're so laser focused on what you're building, planning for success, and what you've been patiently working on, this would create further enhancement towards something that is going to be really high vibrational for the masses. I do pick up on a leader here. I pick up on someone who is very well known or is about to be very well known for their creative endeavors and abilities. So say, for example, you used to do something that was like, say, for example, you used to underpay yourself for your gifts, your talents. Maybe this is you as a singer or as a creative. You work with your hands, for example. You've been diligently crafting, you know, your thing. You've been thinking about how to ameliorate your way of thinking. So this could be a reprogramming, and you do reprogramming techniques like mantra and like lots of chanting, for example. This is really, really good, because Spirit is basically saying, we have acknowledged your hard effort, we've acknowledged how you've been thinking and how you've been reprogramming your mind to be seen as someone who does deserve success in your projects, your creative projects, whatever they may be. We've heard your call. We resonate with the same frequency. We're resonating here. But this is now the time, Spirit says, to really look at what you're creating and up a level in terms of how much you're selling your product for. Say, for example, you are a musician and you have an EP and you're selling your EP for, I don't know, just a simple number, let's say £10. Spirit wants you to double it by 40. Or even by that's more than double. That's like 4 times the amount. But yeah, Spirit basically says, like, you can no longer accept a fee or an amount that is no longer resonating with the true value and talent. Because if you look at talent really in the biblical way, talent is an exchange of the energy that you create that is then turned into money, right? So you can no longer reduce your talent and your therefore worth to something that you used to sell for. It has to be doubled, if not even better, quadrupled in price. All right. So the spirit team actually have kind of added everything in here, mind, body, and soul. Already, but I will say that they are congratulating you already for being so laser focused. And you know, it's really interesting how the mind plays tricks on us and how we get very disillusioned by our ego. But with the sacral chakra, this is saying to me that you are no longer operating an ego. You're operating on, okay, how can I create something beautiful, successful, that is well looked at, that is well respected, but also inspire others to also do the same. Okay, so that's beautiful. I love that. So this is not about ego, this is about your soul's calling as well here, no doubt. With the 7 and 7 being a very, very double spiritual number, or numbers, these could be numbers as well, that you could be seeing, 777 or 77, that would reiterate that too. I also do see a partnership here as well that maybe is on your mind. I do see the sexual energy really helping releasing any ego as well, because you're being seen and perceived and respected, and you're being in the truest resonance of your soul. I mean, we're already like in the soul's energy already, to be honest, aren't we? And that's what's appearing in your life. What's appearing in your life as successful people around you are the true leaders. Leaders rub shoulders with other leaders. So you're in the environment. If that's not right now, this is a foreshadow of what's to come. That you will be around people who resonate with you, you know, energetically as well, have the same mindset. You know, I spoke about this, I think in my recent video. I can't remember whether it was the astrocartography reading, but yeah, it's about, you know, when you're around people who think the same, feel the same, this is them hearing your soul's calling, because they are part of your soul group. So you're part of the same soul family. And that's always great, isn't it? When you don't feel drained around someone, when you don't feel like you have to over-explain or over-assert yourself or your boundaries with another person, it's really beautiful because they resonate in the same frequency as you. Gorgeous energy, gorgeous channeling. So that's kind of it. I mean, I really feel like this is mainly mind, body and soul already in the reading, but let's get a clarification. Let's get a clarification from the Wheel of the Year Tarot for pile 1. Clarification, mind, body and soul. Mind, body and soul for pile 1. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Again, I feel like you could be also asking for help. We've got the Seven of Swords here. We've got the Seven of Swords, the Five of the Hierophant, which is the major arcana, number 5. And we have the number 10 of Wands. So there's a peak at the bottom. 2 of Pentacles. We've got another 2 here. 2 of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords. So number 2 is also significant. 2 and 2, 22. 222 is a true love energy, is a true love number. And 77 is also highly spiritual in its number as well. So I do feel like you're clearing out the karma. I do feel like you're very in tune with your mind, body and soul. It's all in alignment. Or if you're not feeling it fully just yet, it will be rectified. I do feel like with the 10 of Wands and the patience and planning, I get the energy that you could be getting backache. I mean, like me, for example, right now, I would most likely resonate with this reading myself. I'm an artist by profession mainly, and my back hurts a bit. You know, there's a lot of responsibility, and there have been certain people who've been trying to pull at my energy, and I've had to put my boundaries down and say, look, this is what I can do right now, this is what I can't do right now, and I'm going to have to put my boundaries up so that I can focus on my mental health, my emotional health, my financial health, my spiritual health, and my, you know, just general well-being. I don't have to necessarily say all of those things, but you get my gist. So the 10 of Wands can talk about backache, at least for me, but it's also releasing your burdens. But I get the sense that you're working on a project right now that requires a lot of your energy physically. This is also a spiritual calling, because the number 10 is spiritual. It does talk about fire, and it talks about the spirit. And I remember we did talk about that, didn't we? About that yellow, orange turning into red, which is fire, and then that red and the blue, which is water, coming together is alchemy. So I do feel like you're alchemizing something, you're creating something of true magic, something very rare. I'm hearing rarefied, something unified. I'm hearing something very unique. So it's about unification. It's about bringing people together. It's about a rare entity, a rare project, a rare idea, a very wild and unusual way of seeing and doing things. And I feel like you're really going to be seen triumphantly in this particular project or concept that you are physicalizing. This could also be you embodying that too. And I do feel like this is a chapter that has been taking a long time. Even though I see the 10 of Wands as obviously fire, and that this could require a lot of your energy and kind of on the brink of burnout, I'll be honest with you. You're almost complete, but I'm seeing this also as like the 10 of Wands ends up becoming the 10 of Pentacles, which is an earth energy. I also get the sense that it's been taking a lot of time. It's been taking a lot of you. It's been, whatever this thing is, has been asking a lot of your, it's been testing your patience, and has been asking a lot out of you. Pile 1. I also do see your psychic abilities massively enhancing. Your dreams are really important at this time. You know, Pluto is actually going to be in Aquarius soon. At the time of this reading, it's the 12th of November, and it's a Tuesday. And it's going to be on the 19th of November. So that's what's happening. We also do have a full moon coming up soon as well. Unfortunately, in this book, it never really shows me when it actually is going to be taking place. But we do have, of course, the planets in retrograde happening. Let's say Mercury retrograde will be from the 25th of November to the 15th of December. So I always encourage you to start to look at the shadow aspect before it starts to go in retrograde, which would be the week before the 25th. So 7 days before the 25th, let's say the 20th of November, the 18th of November onwards. Get your planning enhanced even further by backing up data, because Mercury involves communication, transportation as well. So say, for example, like me, my car is currently getting MOT'd, it's being looked over by a mechanic. This is something that happens in England in particular. I know that in the US that's not the case, but the car has to be in good function for it to be working properly on the road. So you get an MOT every year, right? So this is the perfect time to do that, because today's the 12th of November and Mercury goes in retrograde on the 25th of November. So a week before that, we start to see hiccups with technology. I'm already starting to see slight delays with the internet. So you could also be experiencing that too, but really important to check your vehicle before the shadow aspect of like 19th, 20th of November, Mercury retrograde. And then the week after Mercury goes direct, which is the 15th of December, think of it a week after that. So let's say the 27th even of December. All right, so they expect delays in the shadow before then. So the 19th, which actually would be Pluto going in Aquarius, and then expect delays during that time through to around the 26th, 27th of December. I wouldn't necessarily be traveling around this time. I'll be perfectly frank with you. If you are, expect delays. Please do not also sign any contracts at this time around Mercury retrograde, direct or otherwise. Please do not. There always are delays during, and usually when you set up a new contract around that time, there will be continuous delays. I've just seen it in my own life, even after Mercury goes direct. The other planets at this time that could be significant to you is Mars is direct. So the time of this reading, it's a Tuesday. Tuesday is Mars. Marte is Mars. It's the god of war. And if Mars is currently going direct, I would say is in retrograde through to April. I'm so sorry. Mars is going direct on the 6th of December through to February 23rd. So this is another preparation as well to get a heads up on. If you have strong Mars placements that say Aries in your sun, your moon, or your rising, your main personal planets, even in your Venus, for example, then I would say to hold off from arguments, to hold off from going into battle. Maybe it's about, the warrior of light knows when it's the time to lose. The Warrior of Light by Paulo Coelho knows how and when to pick their battles. So it's one of those as well. The Seven of Swords would indicate an energy of, I would say, betrayal or doing something at all or any cost. This is also the energy of illusion and moving quickly. So I do feel like your ego has been eluding you at times. So this would be an opportunity to continue to clear out any blockages you have in your sacral chakra, which does involve and can involve sexual impotency, can also involve, issues with your sexual organs. There may be blockages, or even just not having your mojo in the bedroom. So there's going to be a lift of that, or if not, come to me for a shamanic healing session. If you are an ongoing client, you get 20% off. If you can't pay the full amount for the shamanic healing session, I'll just say, just send me an email, and I'd be happy to provide the amount that you can pay. Okay, I think there could be an issue with the pay what you can tab, is what I'm understanding on my website, but just let me know. The Hierophant would talk about a teacher, So you could be going to school at this time, or for those of you who are at school, mentally speaking, you're doing really well because you're enhancing your learning. You're learning more about life and just the world in general. This could even be esoterica as well. So I do see that this is going to be paying off. You're going to be getting, you know, you're going to be passing with flying colours, whatever that may be. Amazing. That's so great. I also do see there's something that's needing to be cleared out that is muggy and unnecessary in your life, so that you can come into full alignment with the person that you're wanting to be with. Again, it's kind of like that triangle. So in order to have a collaborative energy, you've got to collaborate with the universe by clearing out the clutter so that you can have that beautiful base foundation in your life, which is the triangle. Gorgeous energy. Soul wise, again, I do feel like you are coming into alignment here. We've got Cancer energy here as well as Taurus. So yeah, that's kind of really it at this time. If you like a private reading, you can book directly on my website. Please do press the like button or consider subscribing to the YouTube channel for, you know, news about further videos. And yeah, it really does help the channel. So thank you so much. If you'd like to listen to Pile 2 and Pile 3 for some further guidance, you can go ahead and do that too. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So for those of you who chose this card, all about your mind, body and soul, you have the Joyful Muse card. You could be an artist like myself, you love cats as well. You could even be a violinist, or you play some sort of musical instrument, or your vocal cords is your musical instrument. Let's have a look at your mind, body and soul. Just like Pile 1, we're going to have a look at the psychic tarot for your mind first, and then see what else comes through. Pile 1 had the mind, body and soul basically all wrapped up in these cards. Okay, so let's have a look. Pile 2, please spirit. Pile 2, what is up with Pile 2 in terms of the mind, body? I mean, definitely inspiration. You could be inspired by Pile 1, who's coming across as a leader, and you could be really inspired to just create. All right, so let's have a look for Pile 2, mind, body and soul. Let's have a look. Mind, body and soul. Thank you, Spirit. Harmony, gorgeous card. The Lovers, Patience, which would be Temperance and Sagittarius, Gemini here, and Disruption, number 16, which would be the Tower. Okay. The Tower is Mars energy. Okay, some of you could be in separation from your true love, and some of you are also being required to have patience as there's a building up of your foundation at this time. There's also resistance for change here is what I'm picking up on. Let's get 3 cards, please, Spirit, from the Wheel of the Year card. It seems like a breakup has been really inspirational to you. You know, a lot of us artists, we like to turn our pain and fuel it with passion into a creative project. 8 of Swords, mind, body and soul for Pile 2. The World, lovely card to have. Thank you so much, Spirit. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, which we had in Pile 1, is the 6 of Swords. Okay, some of you may have experienced a separation. I was almost going to say, like with hesitation, a breakup, but actually we have the 9 of Swords here. Actually, what I'm seeing is a separation from your true soulmate. That's what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing that mentally speaking, there has been a lot of mental anguish and anxiety and, you know, mental burdens. Let's have a look at the cheat sheet here with the 6 of Swords, the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Underneath that we have the 7 of Cups. So I feel like you're getting your mojo back. You're getting your creative spark back as well. So the Eight of Swords here on the cheat sheet is denial, helplessness, feeling stuck. The Six of Swords is change, support, and movement. And underneath that we had the Nine of Swords, which would be worry, insomnia, and suffering. But I'm not really worried about it too much, to be honest, because I feel like you're actually at the end of this mental anguish and suffering. I feel like you haven't denied the connection, but I feel like your partner may have denied the true meaning of the, I have to say, the twin love journey between both of you, or the twin love connection between you both. I feel like for a lot of you, pile 2, during this moment of pause, I will say, you're required by spirit to temper any further mental anguish, which is pain, into something creative. And I do feel like you're completing any issues regarding your mental health. You're also moving away from a difficult situation. If the twin love energy doesn't resonate for you, don't worry. This could be an energy of moving away from anguish and pain and feeling stuck, stagnation, mentally speaking, into and disharmony and disruption, into a place where you find peace mentally. So this could be you going to a guidance counsellor, a spiritual teacher, a mental health expert, some sort of counsellor of some sort, or even coming to my readings for actual support, which I love. I love being here to be able to do that for you in the capacity that I'm able to do that. Of course, spirituality isn't necessarily qualified, and it can't be quantified in that way, but I have qualifications in other regions, which is my art practice. I've got a BA and a master's degree, but by the readings, if you are an ongoing client, that there is resonance here, and that validation comes with the confirmation that you receive from me which is through spirit, which is the truest message. But I do see peace here. We have a peace lily here being grown. So I do feel like it's the energy of water and fire and earth. So it's the energy of that complementary of opposites, which is Sagittarius and Gemini. So what is Sagittarius? Sagittarius is the sign of travel. It's a sign of the philosopher. It's a sign of someone who is very independent, doesn't like to be stuck down, particularly in relationships. Sagittarians find it very difficult, unless they have other personal planets that really root them down, to actually be in a relationship in the long term, generally speaking. So Geminis also are very independent of mind, but they also have kind of like that Libra energy where they have two sides of themselves, or they like to see two sides of a coin. So again, this is about balance. We got two sides of a coin here, really, and the two coins here being balancing acts. So I feel like between you both, I feel like I'm picking up on someone who's in a relationship with someone else who you're in separation from. You could be worlds apart at this time. You could be physically, geographically in separation from this person. You could even be very opposite from each other. Mind-wise, of course, it's kept you up at night. Of course, you've had to just move on and try and move on with your life. Number 6 and number 9 could be significant. We have 33, which is a 6 as well. And you turn that 6 around, that's a number 9. So we have another 6 here. So 66 could be significant. A call for major peace in your life is needed. So again, you turn that pain, you have to move on from that energy and create harmony in your life, and you become your own muse, you become inspired, and maybe in turn you become an inspiration for others. So I feel like you're kind of a bit like pile 1, but I feel like your main issue has been in the emotional space and in your mental space. And so you're physicalizing whatever pain into some sort of creative endeavor. A creative endeavor could also be writing. A creative endeavor could be stitching, needlework. I pulled out my sewing machine yesterday because I needed to put up a curtain. So I had an old curtain here. and I took out the sewing machine again, and it brought me so much joy just stitching on the sewing machine and then putting up my curtain rod and then the curtain itself, and then blocking out the cold at night, because as I said, it's very, very chilly here in England. It's been really, really nourishing for my soul. That alone is creative, you know. It's seeing an issue that needs to be resolved, i.e. at night having a curtain to block out the energy from the outside, to also block out the cold. You find a solution, and that's a creative endeavor in itself. So creative mindsets, it's about seeing the issue, finding a creative solution and resolution. Talking about, you know, solution or resolution, we have the World card here. The World card on my cheat sheet is all about a completion, accomplishment, and fulfillment, feeling whole. So by you doing this creative pursuit, whatever it may be, and no matter how small it could be, it could involve, as I said, writing, stitching, sewing, needlework, paint pouring, decorating the home, threading, you know, doing your hair in braids, something involving your hands, I feel, or singing your mantras, or whatever it is. This actually helps you feel good. It raises your energy, it raises your vibration, it raises the energy of your home, it creates harmony in your home, it also creates peace for you. Because, you know, when we fulfill our tasks in general, like our home duties, whatever it is that we've got to do, and we finish and complete those duties in our life, we feel good. So I feel like this is a mind, body and soul reading. I feel like mainly it's about your emotional sickness, which in turn has affected your mind. But I think you solved the problem, and what gets to be solved is that, but through a creative endeavor. I hope I'm making sense here. I feel like if this resonates for you, please put number 33 down in the comments, because I feel like this is a number that you're really resonating with at this time, or you'll be seeing. You could also be seeing number 66 as well. I've got double numbers here, 33 and 66. I also get the sense that, you know, don't lose hope. You're not fully out of the woods just yet. You're almost at the completion stage. We've got 3 and 4 major arcanas here, which is telling me you're kind of going through a big shift, a big change, a big transformation. But there's something here that gets to be finessed. Now, for some of you, this could also be doing a little bit of exercising, going out in nature, maybe playing with your kids, you know, maybe working on your balance. Your center of gravity is your sacral chakra. And so this could be that. This kind of is coming in from pole 1 a little bit, where we had the sacral chakra in pole 1. So there could also be some sort of like creative release that needs to be expressed here, which would involve sexual and sensual release. The sacral chakra does talk about sexual power. Pole 1 had sexual impotence just a tiny bit, based on insecurity and based on a need to release something, creatively speaking, which is a release of the sexual energy. It doesn't necessarily mean partaking in sexual, you know, envelopments, but it can just be about being creative in itself. I also get the sense that you're learning something, you're learning a creative thing. Maybe this is an online course for some of you, pile 2, or this is highly encouraged for you to do that. I also get the sense, pile 2, that ballet, dance, movement, some sort of movement is really good for you. Learning a new language is also part of a creative endeavor too, because you're using the brain in a different way than you would. So this is really good at strengthening your mind, strengthening your memory. Art is also, art practice is a very good way to strengthen your long-term memory. You know, just generally speaking, I know that as an art teacher myself, I am qualified to teach. And if you like an art class with me, I'd be happy to teach you. Sorry, my stomach's rumbling and I feel like I should eat soon, but I will. But I will say that whatever disruption, I'm barely even looking at this card here, because I feel like whatever issues, whatever shake-ups have been going on, I feel like you're going to get out of it soon. And it's like, you know, what I'm seeing is Harry Potter. So, you know, in Harry Potter, or the other Harry Potter franchise, is creating magic, and then kind of there's an issue with the building work, and it's like the bricks are all over the place, and you just get your wand and you go abracadabra, boom, and then all the bricks come into place again, and then there's that foundation that is solidified. It's like everything right now for you, Pole 2, may look like on the surface, deceiving to the eye, may look actually like everything's fallen to crap, and it's not. It's actually everything is falling in your favor so that you can have a strong foundation for it to be built up. Sometimes this happens in true connections with a lover. You know, you come together, you find each other, and then there's the anxiety and the issue that you've got to sort of figure it out between you living in one place and another place, and you finding yourself in need of patience, and that patience is eventually going to be rewarded through an equal give and take, and now later on based on a solid foundation between you both. You cannot, as I always say, build anything on unsteady grounds. Now, just a pointer, I will say it's really important right now to complete anything, any project right now before you can, please, before Mercury goes in retrograde. Mercury goes in retrograde on the 25th of November through to the 15th of December. I will say, and as I said before in Pole 1, Mercury is in its shadow the week before and the week after. So please do any backing up of data, get your car fixed before, in its shadow around the 19th, 20th of November, please. And then you'll also see some sort of internet mishaps or travel delays. I would not encourage you to be traveling around that time mentioned, around the 19th, 20th of November through to the 27th of December. I would not encourage you to do that. I'm sorry, I just wouldn't. I've seen it in my life. I've seen it with other people around me. Do not sign any new contracts for anything around that time during Mercury retrograde. There will be delays not only in that time period, but also after. There will be further delays with any new contracts that you sign during Mercury retrograde. So please take heed. Go slow as well during Mercury retrograde. If you are taking your car around, go slow. So that's a heads up. But of course, there'll be other readings during that time that I'll be happy to provide you for as well. And if you are booking readings with me directly, thank you so much. Thank you for trusting me and Spirit with the messages to help and guide you essentially on your highest timeline. And of course, for those of you who are ongoing clients, you get 20% off. If you require further guidance, say for example in a love reading, which is £222 sterling, and you can't fully pay that amount at this time, let me know, send me a message, let me know how much you can pay, and I'd be happy to provide that service for you at the amount that you wish to pay. I think there could be an issue right now with the pay what you can or pay what you wish tab on my website, so just let me know and I'd be happy to provide that service for you if you're wanting more guidance in your love life. That's a new reading that I provided. Let's have a look at there's Mars in retrograde as well. Mars will be in retrograde in December, and we have Pluto Pluto stationing Aquarius on the 19th of November as well. So that's a heads up too. So Mars goes retrograde on the 6th of December through to the 23rd of February. Mars talks about the masculine and talks about the military, sports and heavy industry, which are impacted around that retrograde time. Signs that will be affected will be Aries and Scorpio. So we do have Scorpio here, which is Pluto energy, but also is a brother to Mars. So that's Aries here. We had Gemini here, which is Mercury energy, and we have Sagittarius here, which would be Jupiter energy as well. We also do have Jupiter in retrograde at this time, starting from, which we've already experienced, 9th of October through to the 24th, sorry, the 24th is my birthday, the 4th of February, Jupiter is in retrograde in Gemini. Mars is will be in retrograde in Cancer and Leo. So take heed of that, please. Jupiter in retrograde, currently happening right now at the time of this reading through to 4th of February, affects large animals, speculation, education. So for those of you who are studying at this time, it's actually a really great time to continue to perfect your mind as well, to learn a new language as well. Highly encourage. Anything you're doing in terms of online courses, great, expand that. And I do feel like that helps quiet your mind. I think that's what I'm picking up on. If you've had any issues with your body, there could be a need to go to a chiropractor in order to adjust your spinal column, I'm seeing. This is a very gentle tweak and it's going to be really helpful for you, but I feel like you need to do that every 6 or 7 months. Just a heads up. Jupiter in retrograde affects religion as well. That's what it's impacted, and it will affect the signs of Sagittarius and Pisces because Jupiter rules those signs. That's, to be honest, really what I have for you. Keep creating, keep thinking outside of the box. For those of you who are moving on from a particular religious idea in terms of your soul, your faith, this is also highly encouraged, because I do see with Pluto and Aquarius, it's about illusions turning into clarity. So whatever has been eluding you, or any kind of illusion, Pluto and Aquarius from the 19th of November for the next 20 years does talk about transparency. So that's beautiful. And a shift from religion to faith, a different faith even, or a different religion, or a different way of seeing spirituality in general. So Pole 2, lovely reading for you. I'm not worried about it. Let me know in the comments if it resonates by putting a number 33 down in the comments, and I'll see you in your next reading or your private reading. Remember, you get 20% off, and if you like to listen to Pole 1 and Pole 3, you can go ahead and do that too. Ciao for now. See you soon. Bye for now. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading all about your mind, body and soul. I hope you're doing well. Let's have a look at your cards. So for mind, body and soul, we have the Wall and obstacles. We do have a keyhole here. I'm not sure if you're able to see it very clearly, but it's right there. And I do see that the light is coming in through a very, very dark tunnel. I'm hearing by a scanner darkly. So you've got obstacles. So you could be experiencing some obstacles at this time. I do feel like the veil is being lifted for you. So it's not just a spiritual veil of spirit hearing your call of desperation, but it's also your prayers are being answered, just generally speaking. I also feel like the world in between worlds for you is going to become thin in the next few days, I'm hearing. Well, they have become already. I'm seeing you doing some lucid dreaming and astral traveling, maybe unintentionally. Subconsciously, you're very much a traveler at this time, or you will be. I feel like the answers that you will need, or the answers that you'll be getting, will be in the subconscious arena. That's what I'm seeing. 56 is a number 11, which would talk about a portal. So I feel like there's a portal that's opening up for you, Pile 3, that happens at night. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, Pile 3. So let's have a look, Pile 3, for further guidance all about your mind, body and soul. How's Pile 3's mind, body and soul? The letter O could also be significant too. I'm also being drawn to a particular area in the world that has this kind of brickwork. It's Iceland. Iceland has, I haven't actually been to Iceland yet. I know it's bad. Well, actually, I tell a lie, I have been, but I've just not left the airport like 3 or 4 times. So actually, I really would like to go. So if you're going to Iceland, let me know, and maybe we can meet up with each other there. So yeah, Iceland. So you could be drawn to Iceland at this time. or maybe the Northern Lights are really significant to you, or you have ancestry from Iceland. So mind, body and soul for pile 3. Spiritual strength. Wow. Wow. I'm really called to this card. Wisdom. I'm going to leave that there. Don't tell pile 2 and pile 1 because they didn't get that. Okay, pile 3. What I'm seeing here is you are strengthening your spiritual capacity. This is mainly a spirit reading for you rather than a mind and a body. This is, I feel like your body, let's just go from the body. Let's go the body first. Body first. You're good. Body first. Even if you don't feel it fully, I don't see any major issues. If you do have major issues, then maybe this is something that I'm not picking up on fully. But I feel, generally speaking, pile 3, your body is good. You're solid. Your foundation is good. Authority here is your body is in high authority. It's in a good position. You got these pillars here, right here, paralleling each other, right behind this emperor, okay, as being solid, and also iterating that number 11, which is the portal that I picked up here, with the number 56, which is an 11. I feel like your ancestors have your back as well. You have a very good body. I feel like you're grateful for it, or there's a message here to be continuing to show gratitude to your body and where it takes you and how it carries you. And your body is good, particularly when you're doing this ascension and traveling of a spiritual nature, these spiritual journeys that you go on. It's really important that your body is solid and is in good health and in good shape. No matter what shape you are, no matter what weight you are, bearing in mind, please make sure you are not underweight or overweight. It's really important to be in the right weight that you need to be for your BMI is kind of a myth now. It's not really a good guide. Say for example me, I'm 5'6", and my goal weight is like 54, 55. That's just not possible for me on a continual basis, particularly in winter. My average weight is about 56 kilos, by the way, 56 to 58 kilos. If I'm under 56 kilos in the winter period, that's not a good sign. It means I'm very unhealthy for me. If I'm over it by like 59, obviously, to 60 kilos, that's not a good sign for me either. So I stick by anything between 56 and 58 kilos as a good health measurement for me, and body wealth. Body wealth is health for me. So that's a good guide for me. So in the summer months, I'm a little bit under, so I'm around 55, 54 kilos. So I'm just being really transparent here, and just to show and share with you that I no longer worry about my weight as much as I used to. I didn't have body dysmorphia, but I did have an eating disorder years and years and years ago when I was a dancer, and then after I was a dancer, and it deals with control. The authority card is about control as well. So for those of you who have had that in the past, I feel like you're in control now of a healthy balance of where your body gets to be in at this time, or at your age in particular. Good also to maybe do some weightlifting, or maybe do some gentle yoga like I do in the morning, for example. Really helps to strengthen your body, really helps to strengthen further alignment of your spirituality. So when you tap in and tap out of your body, you become an etheric and non-physical being, i.e. a spiritual being, which you embody as a spiritual being. So when you're eating good food that is solid, I would encourage you to eat, particularly around this period if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, to eat root vegetables, grounding vegetables, making stews, meats as well, really important at this time too for you, I would say. I'm picking up on that, pile 3. Yeah, that works for you. Please do not continue to, if you have, please do not compare yourself to other people and to other body shapes. Everybody is different. Just be grateful for, and continue to be grateful for, the fact that you have a full set of 5, 10 digits, full set of 5, 10 toes, 2 legs, 2 arms, a functioning mind. Like, it's just that simple. Please be grateful for that. There are people that just don't have that. They are born without it. I'm not going to preach, you already know. Again, there's another message here of solidity. So it's a message here of like, when your body is solid and it's grounded in the earth, particularly when you're going through these spiritual journeys and ascension, you're going through ascension over and over again, pile through. I see that here. You have probably, most definitely, very prominent Scorpio in your natal astrological chart, almost without doubt. We've got Aries here, and we've got Scorpio here. We also do have Virgo for me, as well as Taurus here as well. So again, it's another energy of when the foundation is solid and is strong, you are able to go further into other dimensions. If the foundation is not solid and strong, you cannot go as far as you want to go, spiritually speaking. If the answers you're seeking are far out, then it's important to come back to the body that is solid and strong. Let's go now into the spiritual element. The spiritual element is all about strengthening your mind. Now, this is kind of like a Yoda teacher. I would also encourage you to look at Yoda as well, because Yoda isn't just a character that's in... It's Yoda in whatchamacallit, Star Wars. He's actually a true person, so I would look into that in terms of ancient texts. But yeah, it's a spiritual teacher who has mastered their mind. What is it to master one's mind? To know that you are someone beyond your ego, to know that you are someone beyond your general periphery and your circumstance, to know that you are so much more than a he, she, an it, a they, a father, a son, a daughter, a child, a wife, a mother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, any of those things. You're so much more than that. You are beyond that. This is also about expansion of the mind, which is kind of like, I'm seeing in a eureka moment. I'm seeing someone who is going through or will be continuing to go through or will go through some sort of vortex field that is going to expand their conception of what it is to be conscious and what it is to be alive and what it is to be part of this matrix, or what it is to be part of, I'm hearing, a syndicate or a citizen of the world and of the worlds. So this is like really big thinking. This is quantum thinking, this is quantum leaping, it's that kind of stuff. So I'm seeing that here for you, pole 3. And to be in power of the mind is to be in power of everything and anything, which basically means what I believe is true. What I think, therefore I am, but it's kind of expanding on that. I think it was, it's not Plutarch, it wasn't, I don't know if it was Foucault, the French philosopher, who said that. It's beyond that. It's an expansion of that idea of, I don't think, therefore I am. The less I know, the more I know. So it's becoming more simple. What I'm really picking up on, to be honest with you, also is Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is coming in really strong here. So you could be wanting to focus on your meditation practice, possibly by speaking to him and speaking to his soul to get further guidance. Because he actually could be your master, your guru, your teacher, by the way. He's sharing that message of become like water, because becoming like water is flexible. You can go into, you can enter any shape vessel. You are liquid, you know. So when you see the mind and your energy body, your light body, your spiritual body is liquid, then you can go anywhere. It doesn't, like, there is no barrier that stops entry of water. Say, for example, here in England, I've got condensation on my windows. I didn't purposefully intend to have water inside. It happens through the natural alchemy that takes place between the temperature outside of the building and the temperature within the building. And, you know, heat rises, becomes less dense, and then water falls. Or condensation, I believe, happens in the same way. It's the difference of temperatures. So I've got water inside. So it's like water is in the atmosphere. Water is everywhere, which is quite incredible. Our body is full of water as well. Of course, this is a message also to hydrate, but I also do see you're going through a spiritual battle as well. Yes, a spiritual awakening, maybe for the nth time, but I do see this is some sort of battle that you're going through. It's the energy of get behind me, Satan. It's the energy of Jesus acknowledging that Satan is real and Satan is true, but says, get behind me. You know, I'm dealing with this factor. I need to conquer my mind. I need to conquer my ego. I need to conquer temptation, which is Satan, or Muslims call him Shaitan. You know, so anyway, that's the wisdom that you're gaining right now. I feel like it's mind, body and soul, yes, but it's mainly a spiritual reading for you. Pile 3, beautiful, really interesting reading for you, pile 3. Let's have a look. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, pile 3. I would say if this resonates for you, please put a number 11 down below in the comments. Put a number 11 down below in the comments, pile 3. Mind, body and soul. Yeah, look at that. So much. Your body is really good. If you've been healing broken bones or you've been doing any of that, it's going to be healing really, really well. I also do see that your body is your wealth. So I'm not sure if I'm picking up on someone who, yes, is grateful. They have a great gratitude journal. B, you're known as someone who's very wealthy, but you're also known as someone who is known for their body. So you have, say for example, like me, I have a very athletic body, right? So that's just natural for me. I was born like this, but I've also trained as a dancer, and I keep looking after it, not obsessively, but I look after it by eating well and saying gratitude, giving gratitude to my body as well. But also, which I have to, actually I'm yet to remind myself of doing that further. But also I do yoga as well, and I walk the dogs, and you know, I walk the steps and all of those things. If there's an escalator, I tend to walk the steps, generally speaking, particularly if I'm in a metropolis. But I get the sense you're known for your body, so you could be a model, or you could be someone who works very hard, just a hard worker in general. Okay. Let's get one more card. Okay, no, there's 3 cards. You're right, Spirit. It's 3 cards. 3 cards per pile. We had that extra one there. Yeah, look, we have the Tower. Interesting. You could have come in from pile 2, by the way, going through a disruption mode period, but it's Spirit that's come in to interfere. I feel like this is a past energy. It's the bottom of the deck. To interfere in order to intervene in the fear, which is the ego, and turn that into love, which is your fortitude and your foundation. The more you love and respect yourself, the more that you love your body and you don't worship your body and you don't worship the body of others, and you respect other bodies, as in giving them physical space as well, the better it is for you in general. But I feel like you've experienced a moment of transformation, and Spirit came in to create a further foundation for you that is on solid ground. So that's what I'm seeing for you. I'm seeing that it's almost like what I'm picking up on for you, pile 3, is it's like you're checking out of your body a lot. So you're going through. Now, I don't get the sense that you're going through some sort of mental breakdown, but you may have. This may have been ages and ages ago, where you do this disassociation technique as a way to survive. And this happens to a lot of people who have experienced trauma. I'll just say it on the YouTube channel, I don't care. I mean, it's the word that you're not meant to use, but it's part of the English dictionary, so I'm going to use it. And I do see that this is something that you have you've acknowledged in recent days or years that was a sort of survival technique, but now you're learning from the ground up, from your root chakra up. So from your base chakra, your root chakra, it's like this elevation is happening. You're elevating yourself from the root chakra up, so that you could have been someone who's experienced abuse in your sexual area by a man, by someone that you trusted. I will just say that. This could also be abuse at work, any kind of abuse. And I feel like some sort of paradigm shift took place in your past, and now that your foundation is good, Spirit is saying, you have been elevating. It's like your soul has now become more in alignment with your voice and with who you get to be, which is actually an authority in itself. People are going to be seeing you differently now as well, I'm seeing. I feel like people will be seeing you as someone who's very well regarded, very esteemed, well respected, someone who wishes to pay it forward, work with you, collaborate with you, market you, PR you, that like promote you in some sort of way, capacity. There's something about what you do. I feel like you have two different types of persons within you. Like me, for example, I'm an artist. I'm seen as someone who is a working professional artist, but behind that, I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a mystic, as you know, Astro Medicine Collective community. And that's really what I love doing that. But I also love doing that. I love art. But people are then are seeing you as like this force to be reckoned with, because they're also knowing that you have the backup of your ancestors and your spirit guides. They know that they can't meddle with you. They can't play with you anymore, Pile 3, because your foundation is good. Your spiritual health is good, and it's continuing to improve itself because you are constantly hitting that wall of the perception of the illusion of this is the only reality that there is, and that's not true. You know that there's other realities, so you keep pushing and pushing and pushing. You want to learn more, you want to know more, you go through teachers, you go through learning courses, you go through education online, you go through all of these things. You reach out to mentors, you reach out to spiritual teachers, you reach out to a guide or many guides for guidance. And so it's almost like these people that you used to work for see you in a different light, because you look good, you look healthy, you don't look drawn in, you don't look tired, you're no longer emotional, you can hold your own, you say no, you have your boundaries up, but you also are kind, you're respectful and kind and loving to your team of people, and people have no other choice but to work with you because they see you now as the main competition. It's amazing. It's like, say for example, there's a particular drinking can company, like Coca-Cola for example, and there's its competition. There's no other can company that can compete against Coca-Cola really nowadays, not anymore, you know, because it's also got all these franchises too. So you're being seen as that. It's like you have your hands are in different pots too. Okay, spirituality, sure, I got that too, you know, but people in the physical realm want to work with you because they see you as someone that can provide and make a lot of money. So this is amazing. It's amazing. It's like, oh, how the tables have turned, I'm hearing, you know. And again, your foundation is good, your job is good, and it will be improving. If you don't see that just yet, remember your mind has more power over the illusion of what your reality is being projected to you. Remember, not everything that you see is worth believing. Remember that what you believe is also what you get to see. All right, so that's kind of it. I do see that generally happiness here, excitement, a new idea, a new project is coming through. Well, let's have a look at the cheat sheet. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is ambition, prosperity, opportunity underneath the authority card. I mean, come on, this is amazing. This is about your ambitions just generally at work in the earth realm is paying off big time, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles as well, which is comfort, down to earth, and someone who has material wealth and will continue to have material gains. Put a number 11 down in the comments for confirmation, please, that this is your reading, or claim it as that. We've got the Three of Cups here on the cheat sheet. Says happiness, friendship and community. Exactly, we've got your community wanting. There are people that used to be your competition, now they become your community, they want to work with you. So that's kind of what I have for you, pile 3. I'm going to say the same thing that I said with pile 1 and 2, is any documents that you're signing, get them round up and completed before the 25th of November through to the 15th of December. Why? Because that period is Mercury retrograde. Please do have everything done. I would say always the shadow is around the 19th and 20th of November, like 7 days before Mercury goes retrograde, and then the week after the 15th of December, which would be around the 20th, 27th of December. Do not sign any new contracts around that time. Do not sign any new contracts during Mercury retrograde. There will be delays, and there will be continuous delays with new contracts being signed in Mercury retrograde, even after the fact. Even when Mercury goes direct, any new contracts signed around that time there'll be issues further down the line. So square everything else beforehand. We have Pluto going in Aquarius, going into Aquarius on the 19th of November for the next 20 years. So whatever you're closing out, whatever you have closed out about what you used to think of yourself, that's amazing, because you have a new perception of who you are now and who you are to the universe. And Spirit would like to applaud you for that too. I also do see that this is great because you're entering a new chapter in your life, a new paradigm, Ace of Pentacles, for the next 20 years, which does involve prosperity, new opportunities, community, friendships, high regard at work, and further wealth in general. So yeah, your whole work, your whole career is massively transforming itself. Let's have a look. What was that? The moon calendar. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got Aries here, we've got Scorpio here, and Taurus as well as Virgo is what I'm picking up on. So we have Mercury in retrograde, 25th of November, December 15, watch the shadow week before and week after. We've got Mars in retrograde, taking place on the 6th of December through to the 23rd of February. It affects the military, sports and heavy industry. Those will be impacted. Aries and Scorpio will be affected. Mars will be in retrograde in Cancer and Leo. So if you have Cancer and Leo, let me know as well, or check those signs in your natal chart. If you like a natal reading, astrology reading, all about your looking in depth into your astrology, your birth chart, let me know as well, or just go directly to the booking. If you are an ongoing client, you get 20% off. Use that discount that I sent you as well. If not, if I haven't sent it to you, let me know, send me an email, send me a message in the contact page, and I will send you that discount code. Jupiter in retrograde, October 9th, which we've already experienced now, it's the 12th of November. So October 9th, 2024, Jupiter retrograde in Gemini through to 4th of February. Impacts large animals, speculation, education, and religion. Okay, signs affected are Sagittarius and Pisces. Okay. I also failed to mention in the last two piles that Neptune is currently in retrograde through to the 7th of December in Pisces. It will affect Pisceans. I'm a Pisces sun, for example, and this may be the wall that will be lifted as well. Neptune retrograde affects water, aquatic creatures, chemicals, spiritual forces. That would be in keeping with that. And psychic phenomena. Amazing. So yeah, I can't make it up. So that's what I have for you, path 3. Let me know how it resonates for you. If you like a private reading, you can go directly to the website above. There's all the information in the description above, and book with your discount, 20% off, and I'll see you at your reading. If not, listen to pile 1 and pile 2, and thank you so much for your tips and your coffee as well, and just all your love. Really appreciate you so much, and share this message far and wide if this resonates for you or could resonate or help someone else. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Bye for now.